distance. Would you like me to put Joey on? Okay. Realized.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. Can you hear me? Are we good? Or should it be louder? I can't hear him.
Just making it louder.
All right. I mean, that's not my call.
It was really bad reception. We're good? Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7. At least 7 for the Honey Badgers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least 7 for Doug's life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh.
Say that again.
There you go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. Number 8 guy is showing up. Now I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still 6 for Honey Badgers. And, okay. I need the link. I have it. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's good, thank you. Can you confirm with Justin I can start? Ask her if I can start. Ask her if I can start. Okay, welcome to another exciting night of Hockey Night at PISA. I'm your irritating host and play-by-play announcer, Joey Delgado. We're here tonight to document the action here in the E-Deck division at the Plainville Indoor Sports Arena. It's a big showdown today here between first place Doug's Life and fourth place Honey Badger. Honey Badger desperately looking for a win here. As Mark Torrey winds up, Greg Benoit, goaltender for the Honey Badgers, saw that coming all the way. Alyssa gets there first, gives it back to Mark Torrey, and now Philip Elliott has it. Goes across the other way for Brian Allude. That's knocked off of him. Into the corner it goes. Jeff Herget goes behind Philip Elliott. First one there. Can't get the shot through the veteran defense of Tony DeMeo. Here's the rebound. Herget with it. Back to Jimmy DeLude. The windup. It's blocked partially. And Doug's Life breaking out. The speedy Justin Sabatino sending it over for Mark Torrey, who's been on a tear this season. Mahalik with it now, looking up. Tries to set up Jeff Herget with a breakaway pass, didn't work out. Shot coming up. Benoit moves quickly to the other side, showing great lateral movement. The shot right on. And Benoit makes the save. Alyssa Booten with that last shot there, looking for her second goal of the season. As both teams make early changes here with just a minute and 16 seconds gone in this game. Number 13, I believe, Greg Waterworth, showing up a little late. Yep, that's him. Gets a stick on the clearing attempt by Glenn Diaz, who rightly was looking for a whistle, as it did seem to touch one of the rafters. Nonetheless, it's a Honey Badger breakout, and Delugg behind his back to Mahalik, who has it now, and he'll rip the wrister. Looking around, he is. Tony DeMeo working on him. That doesn't work. Throws it across the other way, and now Dugg has it. Captain Dugg of Dugg Life. Nice pass off the boards to Waterworth. Back over for Dugg. Here's Philip Elliott, though, coming in to help out the D. And Delugg sending it towards Philip Elliott, who chips it ahead for Gambino. He's going to get outlegged on that one by defenseman Jason Myers, who then loses the handle. Dugg forced to dump it out. And the Honey Badgers will take over. As you can see, Glenn Diaz, number 5, pointing to Delugg. Whips it way too hard for Delugg to handle that pass. Now he's over the line. Philip Elliott back over to Delugg. Working with DeMeo on him. Throws a wrister, long distance, and here comes Philip Elliott. Looking around. Loses the handle. The points are covered. And Elliott almost off the D and almost gets it in. Mahalik loses the handle on that. A lot of handles being lost here today. And away he goes. Loves to go behind the net and off the boards to himself. Does it there. One more time to Philip Elliott. Back across for Gambino. Too hot to handle. Jason Myers with it now. Easy, nice breakout pass for Sabatino. Looking around. Sees Alyssa breaking into the action. Delugg with some heat on him. Herget back to help out. Across for Diaz. Up the middle for Gambino. Perfectly on the blade. Chantel Church with it now. Where is it? Feet. Elliott has it. All kinds of options. Phil Gambino at the last minute checked off that pass. Nice. It was a nice looking play. And Booten gets it out. No icing being called on that one. As Jimmy Delugg hustles back for it. He's got his defensive partner on the wall, who then proceeds to send it straight up. Nobody there. Long shot by Jason Myers. He's got a good shot. Now Delugg has it. Up for Elliott. Off the wall. Jason Myers all the way across the other side. Jason Myers. He's slimmed down a lot. He's so much quicker than he normally is. And you go from one side to the next in a heartbeat. Meanwhile, goaltender Jeff Stonewall Camputaro taking this opportunity here for a water break. As of course it is July 29th here in Plainville, and it has been hot. I don't think it's quite 90 today, but it could very well be. Sabatino steps in against Herget, and he wins it. Back for DeMeo. 2 Honey Badgers on him, though. He has to ice it. No, he didn't ice it. Weird bounce, and it actually winds up going on net. Jimmy Delugg with it now as Torrey comes in after him. Elliott trying to give him some puck support on the wall. Delugg can't handle that hot pass. Herget chips it over towards Delugg. Not quite enough there. As Torrey with it now. Looking to go on his backhand to Alyssa Booten. The shot right on. Where is it? It's in the net. Not sure if that went off of Sabatino or somebody else. Nonetheless, Alyssa Booten on the feed from Mark Torrey. And suddenly Dugg Life has a 1-0 lead. Goals have been difficult for Honey Badger to come by this season. Looks like Philip Elliott, normally one of the leading scorers in the division, coming in with just 3 goals and 6 assists. He's played a full season, just not going his way, I guess. Glenn Diaz with it now. Up the middle. Sabatini picks that off. Torrey with a wrister right on. Delugg up the wall for Elliott. Runs himself out of room there as he's squeezed off. And here's Torrey with it now. moving around Jimmy DeLude. Trying to pick the far corner on Benoit. Couldn't quite do it. And the rebound is there, though. And Sabatino cleans that up. Bad breakouts here by the Honey Badgers. Bunching up along the wall. Passing to nobody. At least nobody on their team. And suddenly, Honey Badger, which is a team that's been struggling to score goals, is down 2-0. In fact, they come into this game with just 21 goals, I believe, on the season. Star goal scorer Jeremy Battier, only with 1 goal in 4 appearances this season. That's going to hurt. As Dugg Life in control, looking quicker. Herget smacks it out of the air into the corner. DeLude goes, tries to center for Herget, and here comes Greg Waterworth. Mahalik jumps in quick and hard. DeMeo with it now, looking to set this up. Back over for Waterworth. Can't get that shot off. Still can't get the shot off. Gambino with it. Centers for Herget. The shot right on. Great shot. Great save by Capitero. Made that one look very, very easy. Capitero did. As Mahalik kind of all over the place now. We have a 2-on-0, or is it going to be a 2-on-1? Mahalik gets there first. He appears to have lost some weight as well. Also moving really fast. And they'll try this again. Gambino to Herget. That time, Jason Myers wasn't having it. The svelte Jason Myers. A shark out there today. He's on one side, and then his stick is on the other. If you're a Honey Badger, you hate when that happens. Dugg Life with the 2-0 lead suddenly gets the reinforcement of Chris Dickinson here, one of the top centers in the entire rink. And he promptly goes about the business of winning his first faceoff. It's almost automatic with him. Here's Mahalik. Does he see what's coming on the left? Jason Myers on him hard. The shot right on. Just missed. That had a really good chance. It was I don't know that Benoit saw it well or judged it well. It was close though. As Jason Myers working really hard on Mahalik. Mahalik is not happy about it. And Mahalik has essentially stopped playing for the moment. Here's Jimmy DeLude with it now, trying to chip it to his brother Brian. Dickinson with it now. He's trying to get it over to Waterworth. Can't do it, though. Looking around. Centers it. Back to Dickinson. And now we have a cross-check, it appears, by Mahalik on Jason Myers. Exactly what Myers wanted. Didn't get a very good look at that, but it did seem like Myers went in there thinking that he might have something with Mahalik, who has been known to lose his temper on occasion. That said, it's only his first penalty of the season. 1-minute penalties here at the Plainville Indoor Sports Arena as Dugg Life changes lines up. You got Sabatino and Torrey out there now, and Alyssa Booten, the forwards on this power play. Sabatino looking to win it back, probably for DeMeo it looks like. Yep, they're lining up to block and get the win back towards him. And they do, and DeMeo winds up right through. Good save by Benoit. Not sure if he saw it or if he just knew where to be. Either way, it works. And just like that, it's out of the zone. Well executed by both teams, actually. The penalty kill and the power play. But Booten goes cross court. Sabatino, one-timer set up for Mark Torrey. Couldn't get the shot through. Glenn Diaz, it was clear what he was going to do. As DeMeo has to come all the way back, and this power play is almost over. Yeah, time maybe for one more rush. You got Sabatino pasted against the wall. DeMeo, not seeing anything he likes, tried to hit Torrey, but he hit him in the back of the foot. Torrey with it now. Sabatino back into the middle. Torrey back for Booten. Booten, shot opportunity, knocked down by Gambino, and Elliott sends it all the way down for Capitero, who pushes it back out quickly for Church, as Mahalik now steps on the floor. Gambino with it now. Takes the long shot. Whoa, that one somehow got past Stonewall Capitero, as Honey Badger are looking to reset. Now that Mahalik is back out, playing forward at least temporarily. There's your shot. It's blocked. Where is it? It's in the feet. Tony all over him. Gambino sends it down and across. Philip Elliott, he's got Mahalik too far in front. Going back the other way for Elliott, who thought maybe Herget was going to get that. Church with it now, with Herget in slow pursuit. You call that cold pursuit? Mahalik wins that battle, centers it perfectly for Elliott. The shot right on. That's a little off, actually. Familiar with it now, as Mahalik jumps in late to screw up that play. Here's Elliott all the way across. Where is it? What do we have here? I think they're saying it was offside. Yep, it sounds like that was an offsides call. A little late by the referees on that, but probably the right call made. As Honey Badgers lines have now been corrected. Elliott stepping in very close to Herget. As Dugg Life wins that, and Gager is going to be the first one here with the breakaway. Tried to swing it back to her forehand, couldn't quite do it. Oh, Dulude, he had a perfect opportunity. The big shot by Dugg. Where is it? Off the back of the wall. Benoit over for Dulude. Another big shot, another big save by Benoit. Perfect pass by Waterworth as Honey Badger in a lot of trouble. Gager throws it right in the middle of the action. Here's Dickinson with it now. He throws it back down low. Dugg with the backhander. Elliott chips it over to Dulude. It's still in. Somehow Dugg Life keeps it in. Here's Diaz with it now. Elliott to the other side. Every pass getting picked off here by the Honey Badgers so far. Dulude, though, taking care of this one himself. Centers it for Elliott. That was sort of deflected as he goes around the net. Coming back for that quick shot. That one's deflected as well. Herget sees Elliott, who realized he was suddenly covered, said no, no, no. He has it now. He sees Mahalik. He throws it towards the net. Two people there now for Dugg Life. Myers going the other way. Perhaps a little too far as it goes out of play. With 13.7 seconds left here in this first period. Honey Badger opting for a line change as Tony DeMeo, friend of the show, friend of the broadcast, says hello to the people out there, all you fine little people out there. Gambino facing off against Dickinson. They have nobody behind on this face-off. Dugg Life. Diaz gets the shot, 8 seconds, excuse me. And Jason Myers walking around Dulude, tries to pick that far corner. Gager on the rebound. Perhaps a little too fat for her to get the shot she wanted. And that'll do it for the first period. Honey Badger trailing 2-0. So looking a little slow compared to Dugg Life here. And a little disorganized. Honey Badger's going to have to find a way to get some goals here. Missing some people that normally might be able to do that for them. Most notably, Jeremy Battier. Although, as earlier mentioned, only 1 goal on the season in 4 appearances. Honey Badger coming into this game with a record of 2-5-1. They lost yesterday against the Tomahawks. They lost 3-0 on a Sunday, on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Come back again 24 hours later, still looking for their first goal of this weekend. Honey Badgers had a lot of problems this season, as mentioned. They've had problems scoring. They've also had problems keeping the ball out of the net as they come in with a goals against average of 4.625. As we say hello to Jeff Herget, friend of the show. How are you, sir? Jeff Herget, like many of the players in this game on both sides, one of the savvy veterans here. We're able to watch that today. People that really know what they're doing. They know how to play this game. They have a little skill. They have some brains. They know what they're doing. As we wait for Greg Benoit to at least cross the middle line and take over the net just below us here in the broadcast booth. Benoit coming in, this would be his third game this season. He's coming in with a save percentage, a robust 87.096. That's pretty good here, folks. Jeff Camputaro, over on Dugg Life there, coming in with the best save percentage, leading the league at 89.516. So good goaltenders on both sides. Both netminders have a lot of speed. A lot of size. Take up a lot of space. Benoit, probably more known as a roller goalie, who recently proved himself to the Honey Badgers when he competed in a tournament in North Carolina last February. Did such an outstanding job by all reports, by all accounts. It seemed like it was inevitable that he would eventually become a Honey Badger. Jimmy Delgado with it now. Goes up the wall for Gambino. Had two people near him. Sends it all the way down as Delgado chases that down. Chantel sending it all the way back up over the stick of Mark Torrey. They're going to call that icing. I'm not sure if Torrey tried to stop that and missed, or if he said, nah, I'll just let that go. Those could be the controversial icing calls sometimes. If the player is making an obvious attempt to stop that, in the view of this announcer, that should not be called icing. Nonetheless, it is here. Jeff Herget on the draw. Offensive zone, number 11, trying to win it back towards Jimmy Delgado. No, he's trying to go forward, and a shot right on. Stonewall Camputaro there first. Intercepting that ball with his chest before it could actually hit the back of the net as we line up for another draw. This time he goes the other way. Does he? And DeMeo sends it all the way up, and Diaz chasing us all the way down. Now slows down. That was dangerous. Diaz was on it so hard that it could have negated the icing call, which is exactly what, of course, the Honey Badgers want. Diaz coming off the floor. Or is he not coming off the floor? He's taking his time either way to get where he wants to get to. And we'll have round 3 as a joke with Diaz about trying not to move so fast in the pursuit of that ball. Oh, and that one got through to Delgado, but he couldn't get his stick on it. Diaz with it now. Up along the wall, Jeff Herget saves it. Good play by that veteran center. Trying to risk a shot towards the direction of the net, deflected up and in the air, and we have a whistle. Balls hitting the rafters here, which are somewhat low and somewhat numerous, do result in a stoppage of play. Not something you see at every league around the country or every tournament. That's what you see here, though. Gambino sticked it out of the air. It was not called a high stick, I think to his surprise, as Mahalik has it now. He sees Gambino running with it up the middle to Herget, right on the blade, and he wins it through the defense of Chantel Church and gets his own rebound. Coming out of the corner, Sabatino all over him. Herget gets that wrister, not quite through, and goes for the line change. Here's Delgado with it now. Goes back the other way for his brother. Jimmy winds up, again, partially deflected by Torrey, much like last period. Gambino couldn't quite make the play he wanted. Mahalik with a huge play to knock that out of the air, but not that time. Here comes Torrey. Too many Honey Badgers determined not to let that happen. They're fully aware of how deadly Torrey has been this season. That pass is picked off by Booten. She goes backwards, but it's onto the stick of Mahalik, and he's in alone. Tries the pull-up move against DeMeo, hits the foot of DeMeo. Gambino trying to keep that in. It bounces over a stick as Philip Elliott has it with Olivia Gager on him hard. He loses the handle on it, but now he's in control. Self-breakout coming? Nope. He sends it all across. Oh, almost nicely stick down by Gambino, but then didn't quite get the control he wanted. as Elliott is back. We only have 2 forwards up for some reason. All the way down and on net. And here comes Greg Waterworth trying to surprise the Honey Badgers. Kind of did. Jimmy DeLude slides and gets it over to Mahalik. Elliott trying to get to Gambino. Can't quite do it. And again, those passes just not working today. DeMayo sends it all the way deep. Over the purple line. That results in a whistle. And we'll have another face-off down in the Dugg Life end of things. So you see goaltender Jeff Camputero down there. Stonewall Camper playing a little rock music on his iPad today, his iPhone today before the game. Face-off one, sent over to Diaz. Can't get the shot. Couldn't settle the ball in time. By the time he did, Dugg was there. And now we have a 3-on-1 situation. Gager trying to go across the middle. It's in the air. Dugg with a nice move. Almost made it work. Gager with a rebound. Can't get that one through. Centering attempt by Waterworth. Also doesn't work. Here comes Jason Myers out of nowhere. The shot. Tries to pick that corner. Jason Myers turning back the calendar. Probably, I'm going to say a good 15 years. Jason Myers, one of the few players I've seen out here in my career at PISA to actually score on a penalty shot in deck hockey. You don't get penalty shots very often, almost never. You also don't see a lot of goals when they do happen. But he did it. I remember. Here's Herget coming down the wing, centering perfectly for Elliott. Misses the corner. Elliott with the back. Goes into the corner to himself. Centers it. Dugg not having that. Throws it back into the corner. Centered by Diaz. The battle in front. Delud, 1 try, 2 tries, 3 cannot get it. Kept shoveling. Could never really get the shot he wanted. Hitting legs and sticks and other things probably. Herget steps in against Dickinson. What's he going to do? Dugg Life has it now. Jason Myers bouncing around the hip check attempt by Randy Mahalik and gets the shot on and forces the faceoff. Seems like a few people out here have lost some pounds this season. It's a good thing. It's healthy. I wish I could say the same thing about my crew. But what are you going to do, Justin Coet? Have another Coke. All right. Face off. On the stick of Delud. Can't get past Dugg. Diaz. There. Trying to help. That shot comes through. Sabatino couldn't get there. As Benoit without a stick. And now Herget's going to set up this 3-on-3. It looks like Elliott turns. Trying to get it all the way over on net. He does. A little too far away from Brian Delud rushing in. A little too little maybe on the power side as well. Turns it to a shot on goal. They get what they want, which is yet another face-off in the offensive zone. Gambino with it now. He'll be trying to win this one to Glenn Diaz, no doubt. And it doesn't work. Tony DeMayo has that. Dugg Life having a couple of very, very good centers today. People that are really good at winning those draws. Mahalik can't keep that in. He's got Sabatino all over him. Being a little risky here. Twice. Meanwhile, here's Gambino. Pulls up. Back over for Delud. The other way. And Chantel has it. The defense of Mahalik still deep in the zone. Opens up the shot opportunity as Benoit sends that one into the clouds. And we'll have, I believe, our first face-off in the defensive zone for Honey Badger in this period. Glenn Diaz going off for the line change. I think he thought it was just time for one of them to change, so he did. And here comes Jimmy freaking Delgado. Look at all that beautiful Delgado action. Stepping over here. 2 Delgados near me. Not sure what to think about that. As one Delgado goes to the other, knocked off of Jimmy's stick. There's Mahalik with it. As he goes behind his own net. Sees Elliott, and that's what you call an icing. Not sure what the goal was on that play. He had Philip Elliott right there. Not very, well, I don't know. It's an icing, nonetheless, as he goes deep into the hole behind this face-off. Gambino looking at Greg Benoit. He tries to go across for Delgado and can't do it. Torrey to the point. DeMeo steps up, back onto the stick, fake shot, and the pass over for Torrey. Mahalik sends it out, and here comes Delgado. Partial breakaway, backdoor for Gambino. Waited a little too long on the slapper, allowing DeMeo time to recover, get that stick in there. He had the options. I think he was thinking about going back to the right wing on that, or going back to his friend Brian Delgado. And that extra moment of thought probably allowed Tony DeMeo to come in there and do his thing. Sometimes you can overthink it. You know what I mean, Justin? No, I know you don't. Never mind. Sorry, folks. I hope that didn't result in a bad switch of the cameras. We have 2 cameras here today. We're switching back and forth. We're excited about that. Justin Coed all over that. As Dugg life has really slowed down. Looks like they were going to be okay with having this 2-0 lead. And Mahalik making things a little bit harder for himself, it looks like. Chris Dickinson on him hard. Here comes Gager. Here comes Waterworth. Elliott across over for Delgado. Partial breakaway again. He walks in. Shot right on. Where is it? A rebound. Back to Brian Delgado. He's got DeMeo all over him. Now back to Philip Elliott. That tricky wrist shot that he has. Sort of a turnaround wrist shot. Hides it so well with his body. And then he'll just flip out with the shot. And he makes sure that he keeps his body blocking the direction of the shot until the very last second. It's an unusual type of shot here at the Plainville Indoor Sports Arena. It's extremely effective for him. Elliott with it now. He's got Jason Myers staring him in the face. And here comes the speedy Jason Myers. Knocked off the stick by Jimmy Delgado. Big shot coming by Dugg as Jason Myers had to slide into the line. Benoit unhappy. A characteristic of Benoit is he's an emotional player. He will yell at his own players. He felt like they should be moving so that he could start the breakout pass. And then in frustration, he just kind of sent it out. Here's Jeff Herget trying to win it back. No, trying to win it forward. He's really hard to read on these draws, whatever he's trying to do. There's Brian Delgado with it. Across for Herget. He's trying to lead Philip Elliott. Back into the feet of Herget, who never saw it. So Brian Delgado keeping that in. Here comes a shot. No, here comes a pass for Philip Elliott. Shot right on. Camputera came out and had the entire net handled. Greg Waterworth, nice pass for Gager. The shot, she misses far side, and she's upset with herself about it. Send it back across the other way. Gager with it now. No, she doesn't have it. Delgado, shoveled pass for Jeff Herget. Gets the line. Doesn't know that Waterworth is behind him. It almost could have been disastrous. Glenn Diaz can't see it. And Jason Myers, again, trying to be sneaky on these plays. This time, it backfires. Jeff Herget with a shot. Again, right on. Camputera was so good at the angle. You almost really don't ever see the spectacular save by Stonewall Kemper, and that's because you don't need it when you're already there. You bring the wall with you. You don't have to be spectacular. What is that? Economy of energy, right? You're economizing that energy. In the NBA these days, they are starting to call that energy load or load management. Very, very successful way to play. As once again, Dugg Life wins another face-off. And this one sent all the way down. Benoit tries to play that unwisely. Booten didn't see Torrey and fires it right at Benoit. He's going to continue to keep playing it. It looks like even now Glenn Diaz, who really doesn't get frustrated, looking like he's almost frustrated. Oh, here we go. The pitch by Myers. 2-on-1. Back across for Herget. Look at that slide out there by that lateral movement by Capietaro, though. He stayed with Herget. I know Herget didn't get the shot on goal. And look at that. Mahalik didn't keep the red line. And so everybody has to touch up. And we're going to take a long time. And now Philip Elliott, open forever and not open anymore. What is Mahalik going to do? Okay, he's going to give up a breakaway to Mark Torrey. The one guy you don't want to give up. Oh, what a save by Benoit! Wow, that left leg came out of nowhere. Absolutely tremendous save. As Torrey did a deke and a half and then decided forehand shot to the top right corner from his angle was going to work, and it should have. And it would have on most goalies. Wow. Boy, it's good to be 6'4", 6'5". Philip Elliott coming over. He's really not impressed by the save. He's thinking more about the turnovers as he walks over to Benoit and jokingly says, hey, whose team are you on? Are you playing for them? Got a couple Honey Badgers today that look like they're doing that. Brian Dulude chases his own ball down now. Knocked off his stick. Gambino with the support. Back to Gambino. Beautiful pass for Dulude. Can't get that shot. Sabatino all over him. And DeMeo with it now. As Mahalik swings and misses, running all the way back behind the net. And Diaz telling him, still on you, still on you. And Brian Dulude telling him to carry it. Another bad breakout pass here. As Honey Badgers breakout continues to haunt them today. Sabatino, fastest player here in this game. He's got all sorts of options, but here's Alyssa screaming like a banshee. Gets it over to her, she rips it wide. Gambino for Elliott. Booten with a nice tip on that to make sure it wasn't to Elliott. Camputero easily, safely over to DeMeo. He pulls up. Beautiful little pass there for Booten. Fires it over to Sabatino. He sees Torrey. What a pass there onto the blade of Torrey as Mahalik comes back and makes a really nice play to get it off the stick of Torrey and end that threat. Everybody waiting now for Mahalik to get up to it. He rips the shot, and what do we have? That's what you call it icing, folks. 26.7 seconds, as I believe I just heard Benoit say, one of these days it's going to go on net and he's going to score. 2-0 here. Honey Badger missing some opportunities here, as it's clear to me at least. Dugg Life has taken their foot off the gas pedal. But with a very inefficient breakout and no ball support by the defense once they're in the offensive zone, they're really up against it. Gambino wins that draw back for Diaz. He wants his defensive partner and gets past DeMeo. 3-on-2. Pulls up. Throws it on net. Dickinson with it now. Checking the options. Can't get it past Philip Elliott, who rips a shot right on. With 5 seconds to go, DeMeo has it for Waterworth. Oh, he gloves it to himself, but not in position. Couldn't quite get there. I'll tell you what, folks, though, as the players take a break, a 1-minute break here between periods, that Greg Waterworth, what a soldier. Played a game last week when the temperature was in triple digits out here. So hot. The air conditioning, I guess, wasn't working inside the arena. So hot was the game. So humid was that game. He actually, on his way home from the game, felt some sort of heat stroke attack coming on, was forced to pull over and call 911. The ambulance came, took him to the hospital. His pulse rate was ridiculously high, but he got the fluids in him. His blood pressure got under control again, and here he is, back in the action. Greg Waterworth, one of the real gentlemen here at the Plainville Indoor Sports Arena. If you don't like Greg Waterworth, then I don't know what you like. You probably don't like ice cream. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't like chocolate. You gotta like Greg Waterworth.
9'5" is Adrian Gageworth's sister.
I figured. I figured. Okay. Honey Badger once again late to start the face-off for the next period. Pretty sure I heard referee John DeLuca, as you can see him with the baseball hat on, I'm pretty sure I heard him last game urging the players to move the game along quicker so that they can at least sort of quote-unquote stay on time. Well, I'm not sure how he feels about these delaying tactics, if you will. Looks like we are on time. It's only 7:40 with 10 minutes of stop time to go. Right onto the stick of Gambino. Quickly sees Jason Myers in front of him, ran out of options. Jason Myers, he's got Waterworth. He goes back for Dugg. Dugg sends it down. Will it be icing? Gager trying to get there, and she just could not. Good to be young. Good to be good. Olivia Gager, up-and-coming star here at the Plainville Indoor Sports Arena. She's got the skill. She's got the will. Absolute stud on wheels from what I hear. As Dickinson steps in, and again, Dugg life. Everybody lined up on the line. Back across for Waterworth. Dickinson with that long shot now by Waterworth. And Benoit sends it up into the sky, and there's a whistle. Rebound control there didn't go Benoit's way, so we'll have a face-off deep in the Honey Badger zone. Dickinson with the red helmet, so good on these draws. He directs everybody, tells them where to go, tells them where it's going to be, and he's probably right 90% of the time. As he steps in now, staring at the goaltender, what's he going to do? Tries to go forward and busts his way through as Diaz loses control of it. Oh! And Greg Waterworth with an entire empty net to himself sends it back to Jason Myers, the Ripper, blocked by Jeff Hergen. He's got Brian Duluth with him, sends it over to Duluth. The shot, it misses. Back out it comes, and we'll have a 2-on-2 the other way. Look at the defense of Honey Badger. Could they be further away, allowing Dugg Life to set up for this 3-on-2? Diaz backhands it without looking. That's going to come all the way out. Not an icing. Up the middle here for Dickinson. Bad line change by Honey Badger, the slowest breakaway in history, but Dickinson can't finish on the backhand. Brian Duluth trying to pick up the stick of Dugg, can't do it. There's a shot right, it goes behind the net. Dickinson with it now on his backhand, centers it perfectly for Dugg. And you can hear Jeff Hergen, he is furious. He went off. Or no, he didn't go off. I'm sorry, a defenseman went off. I believe it must be Diaz because he's not up there now. But Glenn Diaz went up for a line change at the worst possible time. Jimmy Duluth turned around thinking he still had a defensive partner out there, was a little nonchalant on whether or not he was going to attack the player with the ball, and probably was shocked to see that Glenn was not there. The Honey Badger team in disarray. You've got people on defense for them just not being aggressive when the ball is in the offensive zone. They're very content to stay back. Elliott tries a long shot. Not a lot on it. Camputero with beautiful rebound control for Chantel. Jimmy Duluth keeps it in, puts it on net. Camp sends it out to DeMeo. Can't get it off the wall past Elliott. Here's Duluth. Tries to get it back to Elliott, but DeMeo read that. Duluth steps up on Booten. And now Mahalik has it. He's got to wait. for Duluth to step up, and he does, and he misses long. And guess what we have, folks? Another icing. Another icing. Those breakout passes, they're a killer. Even star cameraman Zachary Logan Rockman knows all about the breakout. He'll tell you all about it. That's why we don't have him mic'd up, folks. We don't want him to tell you all about it. All right, Sabatino trying to get it to Mark Torrey. Interesting face-off stance. Over in the wall now, Duluth battling, and Jimmy Duluth has it. Sends it nicely for Herget. He tries to go back for Elliott. Misses on the pass. It's in the feet of Elliott. He's got Duluth. Can he get it over there? No, a little too late for that. Kept in by Mahalik, and here's Sabatino. Sends it all the way down. Benoit going to try to get there first. No, he's not. Wisely decides to get back at his net. Comes back around the other way for Booten. The shot. Booten is a shot machine. Here's Torrey with it. Trying to find someone to center that to. Sends it up along the wall here now for Chantel. Very dangerous player, Chantel Church. Here's Mark Torrey with it. As Booten moves to the middle. Picked off there by Duluth, I believe. Back over, though, for Torrey. Where is it now? Brian Duluth has it. He's got Jeff Herget right in front of him, up the middle. Oh, you had a breakaway. Back the other way for Philip Elliott. Running out of the options. On the stick of Herget. Big save once, twice by the camper. By the Stonewall camper. Shot opportunity for Jeff. Instead, gives it to Mahalik. Cuts to the high slot. Rips the wrister wide. And here's Sabatino. And away he goes. But Herget's going to keep that in. The big shot. Right on, and it's in! Huge shot. Jeff Herget, such a clutch goal scorer here at the Plainville Indoor Sports Arena. Has been for many, many years. One of those guys that just will not stop trying. Finds all sorts of different ways to score. He scores in close. He scores from far away. And as you can see, he did there. Not sure, but that one appeared to have been actually deflected slightly by the stick of Camputaro and may have gone in between his legs. Regardless, Honey Badger now down 3-1 with 6 minutes to go. And as we like to say here at MVP, the shot right on. We like to say that, but we say other things too. Myers around, but Duluth waiting for that one. Tries to get the shot. That one's blocked. Where is it? Oh, that almost went through the legs of Camputaro, who didn't see it. Kept in by Mahalik. Nice play off the wall, but it's down here for Myers. And again, it's going to be kept in off the stick of Myers. Elliott tried to make a nice play to Mahalik. Couldn't quite do it as Waterworth now chases Mahalik down. Mahalik running with that stick in the air. Off the wall to himself, but they're reading that today. That one comes back to Waterworth as Mahalik slow to get back into the action. Gager gets two shot attempts at that, actually. And here's Duluth. Try to go long. Can't do it. Good idea to hold it. He'll take that shot. It's right on. Tricky play by Camputaro. Oh, Gambino tried to center that. Nobody there but the other team. Mahalik steps in. Keeps up. The shot right on here by Diaz. Once, twice. Woo. And Brian Duluth. What a nice play by Brian Duluth. Boy, he showed a lot of poise on that. He almost beat him the first time, but Camputaro was able to come back and recover, but not on the second one. When it came right back to Duluth, you knew that he was probably going to put that one in. And suddenly, Honey Badger, with what I was about to say earlier, being down by 2 goals, being one shot away from being a shot away, now they're just a shot away. One shot will make the difference here. They're down by the score of 3-2. As Chris Dickinson decides, it's time for a timeout. They probably just simply want to regroup. They have enough players, but they have slowed down significantly since the first period when they took that early 2-0 lead. Jason Myers suddenly not first to every ball as he was in that first period. Honey Badger, not known as a team that will play very strategically in these moments. They won't necessarily do a lot with player positioning in these situations. They outside of perhaps moving Jeff Herget to defense on occasion. For the most part, they're not going to do, they probably won't do power lines and things of that nature. Captain Brian DeLude actually has a very hands-off approach, which may come as a surprise to some people that have never had the thrill of a lifetime opportunity to play with him. Jeff Herget yelling, hey, everybody line up. Randy, let's go. Benoit back in the net. 5:39 to go. Jeff Herget excited. Let's get this thing going. He sees a game-tying goal coming up, I think. Philip Elliott fires it in long distance. As Dugg yelling to Jason Myers that he had a lot of time on that. Oops, hits the side of the net on that breakout pass. Kept in by Diaz temporarily. He's got two people on him, doesn't know it, and he loses it. 3-on-2, 3-on-1. Where is it? Randy Mahalik stops that pass from going across. Glenn Diaz still doesn't have the other person as Mahalik sends it all the way up for Elliott. Gets it with his glove. Back over for Herget. He looks. He sees Diaz coming in late. Finds Gambino. There's the shot. Where is it? Oh, and it's off the stick of Campitaro. Elliott there with it first. Faking that he was going to go to the point. Did not. Gager gets it out, but off the stick of Diaz. As Mahalik, look at him all the way down there at the other end. It's just so far away for the defense to be. No ball support. Here we go. Jeff Herget looks like he's going to try to win this thing backwards for Glenn Diaz. And Dickinson is going to... I think he's going across for Greg Waterworth. Nope. Goes to Jason Myers. In his mind, it's just as good. It eventually gets to Waterworth, and that's what really mattered. As DeLude really struggling with the hops on that one. And that one just sort of goes off the heel of Elliott. Myers with the fake shot. Perfect pass over for Gager. Sends it in from a long distance. Handled now by Benoit. Set up nicely by Benoit for Jimmy DeLude. Dangerous pass as Jason Myers read that one. He's sneaky, folks, and he's coming in straight to the net. Couldn't finish the play, but he's really good at reading those breakout passes. Gager across for Waterworth. The big windup, and it misses wide. Diaz can't get it out. Elliott can't do that either, as Myers with his glove. Then over the head of Jimmy DeLude, and again misses on that far corner. All day long, it seems. Players coming down, right-handed shots coming down the left side are trying to go and pick that top right corner from their angle, Benoit's stick side, but they've missed, I want to say, 5 or 6 different times. Over and over and over. 4:05 to go. As Jeff Herget looks all the way across for Brian DeLude. DeLude already running. Referee's now watching Brian DeLude. Doesn't matter, goes to Tomeo. No, and Herget picks that one off, pushes it ahead himself. It's just him and Campitaro. Puts it right into him. The rebound goes off his legs. DeLude could not do what he wanted on that, but he's got it back now. He's got Herget. He's going to try a shot. Goes off the foot again of, I think, of Herget. Back now for Diaz. He's got booting on him. Did not see the ball. Glenn Diaz, one of the better defensemen here, but often has trouble finding the ball. Of course, it's hard to do that when you only have one eye. And if you don't believe me, just ask him to take it out and bounce it on the floor for you, because he will absolutely do that. I kid you not. 3:33 to go here, as you can see. Honey Badger down by a goal, 3-2. 4 teams make the playoffs in this division. 4. So there's only 5 teams, and Honey Badger is currently in 4th place. So this doesn't put them out of it, but it does put them in danger. As Glenn Diaz swings and misses another breakaway. This one here by Sabatino, and that's a really nice stick save. Really nice poke by Benoit, but there you go. There's your breakout pass again, failing today for Honey Badger. It's the right play, just missing though. Oh, and DeLude kind of picks that off. Can he still get it? No. Sabatino, nice poke check there by Mahalik. And both arms are in the air. I'm not sure why. I think there's a penalty. Is there a delayed penalty? I have no idea. And I can tell you what, referee John DeLuca didn't know what John was doing either. The shot right on. Only Camputero seemed to know exactly where that was going to go. Off the foot of Torrey. Beautiful give and go between Elliott and Herget, but couldn't close. Really nice play. They're both happy about the way that worked out. It really worked out nicely. Those give and goes, if you can continue to do them late in the game, those could be killers. That's when people are tired. And that's what happened there. I think both players thought this could be a nice play, but they weren't exactly expecting it to happen. And suddenly Jeff Herget was way more open than probably he expected he would be. Good looking play. Gambino going to try to win this over to Mahalik. Philip Elliott is unaware of that. Not getting the memo. And actually, Gambino tried to go forward. DeMayo tries to send it all the way around. Kept in now by Mahalik. Always with that one hand on the stick. He's got Jimmy DeLude and leaves it for him. Here comes a big shot. Where is it? Oh, it hits the bottom post. Beat Camputero clean, but didn't actually cross the line. Whoa! And Torrey steps into Mahalik. Mahalik doing that thing that he likes to do, step in somebody's way. And that time he paid the price. Torrey with it now, can't get the wrister through. DeLude with it, gets it to Elliott. Took his time on trying to decide what he was going to do. Back out it comes to Mahalik. Picked off by Sabatino. Beautiful pass over for Torrey. Centers to Booten, goes behind the net. Mahalik working hard on Torrey. Sabatino with it now. He sees DeMayo coming in. Will he hit the Mayo man? No. Back into the corner, off of Glenn Diaz's foot for Booten. She'll wind up. No question about that. Big save by Benoit. That took a lot of time off the clock, though, as we are now facing a one-goal situation with just 94 seconds left to go in this action, in this tilt. Honey Badger, if they could win this game, if they could somehow even get a point, that'll give them 6 on the season with 1 to play. And that'll put them in, that'll give them a 2-point edge over Vortex, which simply has 4 points. They're the one team out of the mix right now, the Vortex, so they don't mind if Dugg Life comes through and hangs on to this for a victory. Meanwhile, the Honey Badgers gonna think about it, calling their timeout. And this would be one of those situations where Captain Brian DeLude is content to put whichever 5 people out there want to go out there. Jason Myers appears to be leaving, as you can see, walking out through the door. Oh, no, excuse me, he was letting a kid out. Jason Myers, the doorman. Or is it the doormat? I'm never sure with him. Jason Myers, just like Greg Waterworth, one of the most likable people here at the Plainville Indoor Sports Arena. Benoit getting ready. Mahalik getting in position. And it looks like they're going to try to win this all the way across for Philip Elliott this time. Let's see. A swing and a miss, and it goes to DeLude. That's just as good. Oh, he thought Herget was with him, but he wasn't. Oh, boy, because he sure had Philip Elliott on his side. Here's Mahalik up the wall for DeLude. Tries to chip it over for Herget. Nice catch by Herget. He's in a battle to get control of it. He can't do it. Glenn Diaz running it down, but he's got Gager on him hard. What'll he do? Tries to go back up his own wall, but oh, there's Myers. But he couldn't keep it in. Dickinson and the referees say that's still in. That's a big call by the ref. It looked like it was very close on that line. Diaz perfectly set up for Elliott. Long slop shot. Crazy rebound to Brian DeLude. The shot right on the rebound there for Herget, but it bounces over his stick. Out of the air by Dickinson. He tries to get it over the line and does. 46 seconds now as Diaz tries to get it across the other way. Gager gets it back. It's deep. It's on the other side. Greg Waterworth has it. They're telling him to eat it. Instead, he chooses to center it. Mahalik with it now, making moves. Ill-advised ones, but they're moves nonetheless. He's killing the clock. He's ragging it. That is not our breakout, folks. slap shot. Oh, and Dickinson didn't get what he wanted. Here's Philip Elliott with it now. He's going to try to actually set up a proper breakout, but he can't quite get the air he wanted on that. He'll try again. Coming the other way. He's going to run it up this time. No. It's off the stick of Waterworth. Back to Philip Elliott. 9 seconds to go as he hits the red line. Centers for Herget. Can't get it to him. And that's going to do it. 2 seconds. 1 second. And that's the game, folks, as Dugg Life comes through with a big victory to maintain possession, or actually take control of the division. They came into this action with a record of 5-2, tied with the Firefish. So now they move up to 6-2 with 2 games to play. They're a lock for the playoffs. So it's all about positioning for them. Well, that was an exciting game, folks. Went right down to the wire. Teams know what to do when they're going to be featured on Hockey Night at PISA. They step up and we step up. We appreciate that. So, once again, we'll have to say goodbye to another broadcast event. So this is Joey Delgado for Justin Coet, Steffi Del Buono, Zachary Logan Rockman, saying goodbye and good night.